So I got some explaining to do. Everyone, Kaiser here, and today I will be showing you my custom Shoto Todoroki figure from My Hero Academia. Now, if you've been on my channel, you probably remember that I made a April Fool's video where I said I reveal a custom Shoto figure, but didn't. But I still had intentions on making it. Cut to a year later, and I'm sorry about that, and I actually did start working on the figure. But this was also the time that my brother actually got both the Revoltech Shoto and Bakugo. So while that was really nice of him, it made me wonder, what am I supposed to do with this figure, since I was already working on it. But I just decided to say screw it and finish the figure anyway. Now, I do love the Shoto Revoltech figure that I got, but I also really like how this figure came out, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So with that, let's get into the work in progress.
Oh, they could call me Harvey Dent, Beast, Martin when there's blood on the snow. I Katy Perry any enemy, they're hot and they're cold. A 50-50 chance of anybody leaving here hurt. A pretty greedy way to bag a body, leave freeze to burns. I keep my right and vanilla, the chillest could not phase me. That means the gems cut, ice, ice baby. I'm crazy whenever the left is in ignition. Claim to endeavor and weather the ending of my mission. Kill him. Shoto, Todoroki, lived it hard, keep it mostly on the low-key, but aspire, don't control me. Feel like Broly, never tired, make the foe see where the cold be. I'm on fire. Shoto, Todoroki, lived it hard, keep it mostly on the low-key, but aspire, don't control me. Feel like Broly, never.
So here we have the custom Shoto figure finish, and for anyone who has read the manga, spoilers if you haven't, this is based off of his newest costume. And yes, I know there are a few things missing, like the pouches on his hip and the arm braces, but by the time I was working on this guy, the Revoltech had already come in, so I just decided to stop here, and it's obvious it's still Shoto. Another thing is that for the color scheme I went with, I actually asked people on Instagram what color scheme I should go for, because I put up a poll, you'll see it on the screen, and the fourth choice was the winner, so that's what I went with. I think it works out pretty well, adding in more red to the costume. But yeah, starting with the head, it is the WCF Shoto. All I really did was repaint it so that his eyes are looking forward, and I repainted the scar. I also found out that if you heat them up, you can take off the hair and the faces, so it works a lot like Figma. For the body, after I had shortened everything to make the height and the proportions look good, it was mostly just repainting. The reason I used that Power Rangers body was because it was already blue and it had like kind of the right look for Shoto's costume, so it just fit well and I didn't really have to worry about paint chipping in certain areas. I painted the giant T with silver and then the outline of blue, and then painted the zipper. And I also painted the boots white, and that was really the only other colors on here aside from mostly red and blue. A few things that I did do aside from repainting was the arms. I sanded those down. I believe these are just random fodder, but I sanded those down and painted them a flesh color so that it looks right. For the belt, it is from the same Power Rangers figure. I just added some more pouches to it and then painted everything, and that also goes for the harness. I also made the back out of craft foam. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. There's not really a lot that goes into the costume. It was just figuring out how I was going to do certain things, but once I got started, it was honestly pretty easy. The articulation is really good. So his head can go up that far, as you can see, and it can go down. It can go side to side. His arms can go out that far. Has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and he has a wrist swivel and a hinge. He can swivel at the diaphragm joint here, and it can't really go in all that well, as you can see, but it can go back pretty far. And he has a lower ab crunch so that you can go in that far and you can go back that far. So he has pretty good range in his torso. His legs can go out that far. They can go back that far. They can go out to the side. He has a pretty tight thigh swivel, as you can see. He has double jointed knees. I think he has a boot swivel. He does. And his ankles can go down, up, and he does have ankle pivot. So all in all, the articulation is pretty good. As you'll see in pictures, you're able to get him into some pretty dynamic poses, which I was really happy about. I don't really have any accessories for him. Like, again, I just decided to stop here when the Revoltech came in, but if you do have the Revoltech, you could use those accessories. So with that being said, let's get into size comparison. Here he is standing next with the Revoltech Midoriya and Bakugo, and I think in terms of scale, it fits in pretty well since he is supposed to be the tallest. Here he is standing next to the Figma Bakugo and Midoriya, and as you can see, he towers over both of them. Here he is standing next to my custom Uraraka and Asui Tsuyu, and next to the McFarlane Tenya Ida. Here he is standing next to my custom All Might Aizawa and Enji Todoroki, aka Endeavor. And here he is standing next to the Revoltech Shoto Todoroki. And that was my custom Shoto Todoroki. And honestly, if I never got the Revoltech Shoto, I probably would have been really happy with this as my definitive Shoto figure. But I got the Revoltech, and even though it has its problems, I still love it a lot. Honestly, the entire reason that I even started this Shoto was because I wanted to make the My Hero Academia characters, or at least the customs I made, fit in better with the Revoltech figures that I got, at least with Revoltech Midoriya. I don't think I ever shown this, but I showed a comparison with the Revoltech Midoriya with all my other My Hero customs at that point, and you can see how they just don't fit in at all. And honestly, that's why I started remaking all of them and pretty much made that one video to show that I wanted to remake them better and fit in more. And I think that Shoto was a good step in that direction. He's not perfect, but compared to my other Shoto figure, he's definitely a major improvement. But who knows? Honestly, I'm thinking of maybe selling this guy. Maybe one of you will want this Shoto figure for your collection. If I do that, then I'll probably put a post on Instagram and YouTube, so be sure to look out for that if I ever do that. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
I can lose control like I'm out of my mind. I'm not alright. I'm not in harmony. Just look me in my eyes and you'll see the divide. I kept that all inside. All my pride I set aside. I just wanna survive, yeah. Your reason for being a demon to me was to send me to a place you're feeding to read. My demeanor is that like some meaning for me. I'm seeking more than what you've been seeing for me. I'm conquering every single endeavor. My hatred was something I had to sever. Never trying to turn me to a devil. I was broken to pieces when I pieced it back together. I'm ice cold. But they see the fire burning deep inside my soul. Always had a problem.